2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark. And there's the pass to Stauskas. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Noel sets a screen for Roten. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go. Roten's got 7 points.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Minnesota.
And you guys know how much I love aggressive defense, but in that game, they were just a bit over the top, and it wound up getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was not just aggressive, it was reckless. I mean, they approached it more like bumper cars in a game of basketball.
Cannon, the pass to Sampson. And the foul on the closer. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the 3rd straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
And 101 left here in the opening quarter. And it's Wallace penetrating. Pass to Sampson. And it's off from three-point range.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan, and they're sticking to it.
Shoots the 3. No good from Reed.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup.
Outside Thomas. Passes it to Reed. 3-pointer. And the basket is good. And one thing I was going to mention tonight was to see if either of you watched the press conference after their last game. Reed in at shooting guard. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Amir Johnson. And there's Jerebko. And it's Thomas in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. The drive by Jackson. Makes the lead pass. And the jam by Carl Landry.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, the closer in the last outing against the Hawks made some major contributions. He finished with with 30 points and also did some work on the glass, grabbing a few rebounds to help out. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
And the 76ers making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Pass to Reed. Uredko. Kicks to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Boston. No good from Reed. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Six on the shot clock. Dishes it to Olynyk. A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Roten. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now just a 1-point Celtic lead. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Thomas off a pick from Reed. And Thomas, here we go. He kicks to Uredko. Now the pass to Reed. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And, of course, Philadelphia. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for Boston, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Okafor sets the pick for Roten. And that one's good. Roten's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Pass to Reed. He dishes it to Bradley. A closer. Okafor grabs the miss.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And they take the lead.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Pass to Reed. Here's the 3. Good on the shot. The closer's got 13.
And finally, it looks like he's gotten his feet under him in terms of his offense.
Here's Cannon. Okafor with the screen on Bradley. Here's Cannon. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Dishes to Roten. Back to Noel. He passes to Roten. He feeds it to Covington. 4 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer. Covington's got 9 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Stauskas. Carl Landry is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Tony Roten, and it's Covington in at the 3. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and it's Wallace in for Robert Covington. Wallace kicks to Okafor.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes. Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Cannon, the pass to Okafor.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Tony Roten, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
Sullinger off the pick from Reed. And Sullinger kicks to Turner. For the tie. And good. And it takes it just bounce off the right iron and down. Turner's got 13.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Outside Brent. The pass to Reed for the lead. And again, Boston with the triple.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Now, here's Roten, guarded by Bradley. And Cannon gets it to go. And Philadelphia making a change here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Reed, he's in at shooting guard. Amir Johnson is out there with Evan Turner. Then it's David Lee. And it's Thomas in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Noel sets a screen for Jackson. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Celtics making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Stauskas. Turner covering. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Philadelphia.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Good.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Philadelphia leading by 8. Jackson kicks to Covington. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Carl Landry's checked in for Nerlens Noel.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Turner gets the screen from Reed. The feet to Thomas. Passes to Reed. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Stolen by Landry. Stauskas kicks to Okafor. From the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And it's Turner off the drive. Pass to Reed. Feeds to Sullinger. The dish now to Turner. Clock at 4. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me. And whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Reed the pass to Turner. With the lead pass. And good on the basket. Hook it. And that's 20 points for the closer.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Roten kicks to Covington. Roten. Pass to Okafor. Dishes to Stauskas. 6 to shoot. And another shot. Shot is no good. Good D by Sullinger. Celtics trail by 11. And Turner kicks to Thomas. And the pass to Reed. Beyond the arc. No luck. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Roten with it. He's picked up by Lee. And here's Stauskas from the arc. It's rebounded by Reed.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now here's Roten, defended by Reed. It's count that one from Stauskas.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And Turner kicks to Thomas. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers leading by 14. He dishes it to Covington. He passes it to Stauskas. He feeds it to Roten. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. Now Okafor inside, and that one's good.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game. He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
To the middle, here's Stauskas. Soft touch off the glass. Stauskas has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch four was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a three. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Roten dishes to Covington. And the foul on the closer. That's foul number 2 for him. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. So it's Philadelphia now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Holmes passes to Grant. On the wing, Wallace. Clock at 6. On the wing, Jackson. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ogier, the pass to Reed. Kicks to Smart. Passes it to Reed. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And that one falls for Olynyk. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Now Jackson. So it's the 76ers winning this one